Hello again, welcome back to Moonlight Ponderings via Ronnie. This is a part of the YouTube Pagan Challenge, and I'm doing F is for friendship. And once again, Severine is here as my handy dandy cameraman.
What's up?
And when I talk about friendship, I'm referring to like friends in the Wiccan community or pagan community. It's fine if you're a solitary witch and you're like the hermit, but I do think, especially in the beginning phases, it's good to have like-minded friends. I think it helps you grow and it helps you learn. You can just like get excited about it more, I guess, you know? I fortunately had friends already in this before I became a part of this. And I was very skeptical at first when I joined. I was just like, I'm gonna give this a try. I don't know if I'm gonna feel a certain type of way about it. It wound up being exactly what I needed. And I do think that it helped that I had friends in this. Because they went, oh, you can look up this. Like, I would have never looked up Scott Cunningham, who for me is one of the great authors of Wicca, or Buckland's Complete Guide to Witchcraft, which is a wonderful book you guys should look up. You need friends. You need friends, I feel. For those of you who are solitary witches who feel that you don't, you have your reasons. I myself am a very social creature, so I feel like that's why I need friends in the community. I do think that maybe if I was more independent, I'd be fine. For me, I am very social, though. And this might be a very short video, because...
Well, I totally agree. Like, and to be fair, like, I've never had an experience to know what it would be like going completely into things without someone who had some guidance.
That's your witch daddy.
Yeah. Speaking of Scott Cunningham, Ronnie was the one that introduced me.
I gave her one of his books.
I can't imagine because, you know, especially in the early stages, it's like you're questioning so much, you're curious about so much. You kind of, I feel like even if you don't have a friend, you need like someone.
And I can't, like, I would love to say that for those of you out there who are listening to this and you have no one in your life, find me on Facebook. I will try to be there for you somewhat, but do know it is an online thing and people have lives outside of the internet. And I only say that because we've had an issue, me and Severine, lately with people bombarding us online. Just like if we didn't respond back in the next 5 minutes, they didn't want anything to do with us.
My issue with that is not so much, it's mostly stuff that's like, they just kind of want to, I guess, look for someone to date. And that's not what my account is for. My account is for finding like-minded people to connect to. I mean, dating might come out of it, but it wouldn't be something that I would say that it's for.
But I imagine that, especially if you come from a Christian background like me and you did, it's very hard because you don't really know anyone you wouldn't associate with someone who was into witchcraft because you were brought up, witchcraft bad.
Satan, evil.
I can remember having to watch The Craft in private because I was afraid my mom would have an issue with it.
I remember my cousins actually, boycotting Harry Potter.
My mom was never that bad. And to be fair, to be honest with my mom, she wouldn't have had a problem with me watching The Craft. But I was afraid at the time, like, oh, this has such witchcraft in it. I can't. Harry Potter, not so much, because I do think my mom was like, this is for children, guys. Like, my child knows the difference between fiction and reality.
But I definitely think there is something very useful about having a friend, not to say like practice with, but like to just bounce things off of.
Talk to them about it and
listen, I heard that the only way that you can get this spell to work is if you use yellow candles. Is that true? You need someone to tell you like their experience with that.
I agree. And again, if you feel like you need someone like that, please feel free to hit up me or Severine on Facebook, as we will be willing to give you our opinion on the matter. Do you have friends who are witchy related, I guess would be the best way to say it, or witchy influenced? Or are you a solitary witch? I would love to meet someone who is completely solitary and is like, no, I don't believe in communicating with others. Because maybe they just don't want to have their beliefs influence their beliefs, you know? Which, if that's how you are, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you. But let us know in the comments and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Till next time, see ya.
Hi.